Hey guys, I'm Lynn Boster, and today I'm going to be showing you my senior scrapbook. A bunch of my friends and I always wanted to have a senior scrapbook, so back in October we bought all the supplies and then we got together one night and started putting them together. And then throughout the year we were constantly sending each other pictures of them or stuff that we were adding to our scrapbook. And then at the end of the year, once we graduated, we set them out on our tables at our graduation party. And people loved to flip through them, and we like to flip through our friends too. It was a tangible thing to show all of our memories throughout the year, and it became something that we all really enjoyed and looked forward to making. So I just wanted to go through, show y'all everything because I've got some questions about how I did my scrapbook, and I want to give you some tips and tricks along the way. Okay, first, my front cover isn't anything special. It's just my graduation invitation. I thought it would just be something interesting to put it on the front cover. When I opened it up, I first just tied my tassel to the clips so then it would hang off the side. This is my NHS tassel that I wore at graduation. The binder I got was a Staples mini binder. I bought this like pocket at Staples as well, and I was able to put a bunch of items inside that weren't going to fit in a normal scrapbook. So inside here I have a bunch of pins. I also have my ambassador name tag. I put my parking pass and my student ID card in here as well. And then the last few things, I just put a bunch of newspaper clippings throughout the year of our class or stuff I wrote in the school newspaper, that type of stuff. In the very back, I also put the church bulletin from our senior Sunday. Now, starting off, the very first page is schedule pickup and freshman camp. This is a huge thing that I want to recommend you to do. Do not take pictures of just yourself. Take pictures of people around you. Take pictures of events. As you can tell, I do a lot of flip ups throughout here. So how I make a flip up, I just do one piece of washi tape on the front and then I flip it up and do one piece on the back. It adds a lot more room for you to do writing, for you to add extra pictures. Okay, my second page is a schedule of the whole year. I use Google Calendars, so that's why this was the best way to do it. As you can tell, these pictures are small. So how I do this is I go to Canva, I do a 6x4, and then I just paste pictures on it. I make it like a puzzle almost. Next, I started with homecoming. This was the main big event of the year. Homecoming was very different this year, but we still were able to do a lot of fun activities. So I have actual homecoming night. I also have pictures from, like we did a mini float. We didn't do our big float design, but we did a design contest. And then I also wrote about, we did a video contest, we did trivia throughout the week, stuff like that. I made sure to write all of those memories down. I also, in this pocket, I had an extra page. Like I said, I like to do a 2-page spread for each event. So what I did for this is I just put all of the newspaper, miscellaneous pictures into this little pocket. Next page is fall formal, and I made sure to put the date on all of these as well. On these, as you can tell, I also like doing cutouts around the people. I think that just kind of adds dimension, and so you're not covered with just a lot of like photos pasted on there. So I did a lot of writing on this one because we had a lot of fun fall formal night. We didn't actually go to the dance. We went to do a escape room and it was so much fun. Next, I have Halloween. I have Halloween's a few pages. So I have Halloween, the actual Halloween night. I dressed up as Scream and we had a costume party at one of my friends' houses. Next, I have SGA canned food drive. I was SGA president this year, so we always do a canned food drive and we dress up in Halloween costumes and we go trick-or-treating for canned food. Next, I have my Christmas spread, and if you want to see more in depth on these pages, I actually did a whole video step by step how I do that, and I gave some tips and tricks on how to make your scrapbook. Notice on these pages, I started putting paper behind the words or behind the picture. This added a ton of detail and a ton of like color on the pages, and this really made my pages look so much better. Next, I have a page about this writing contest I did, and I want to do a page. That's another thing I recommend people to do, personal achievements. Don't just do big events. This beginning section, I was mainly doing big events, and then I started doing things that were personal to me, things that happened during the year. It doesn't always have to be good things. It doesn't always have to be bad things, whatever. It's just things that happened through the year, and I think it's important to document those because they all had a part in your senior year. Next, I have the Miss HHS page. Again, with the senior scrapbook, as much as I said don't take pictures of just yourself, also in the same way, make pictures of just yourself. Even if you don't like taking pictures of yourself, I think it's important because it makes it personal. Then I have my 18th birthday. This spread was so cute and fun. I added a bunch of little emoji stickers that I got a long time ago, I think at the Dollar Tree actually. And as you can tell, layering all these pictures down at the bottom really added something. I was able to cut around and add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures just in that bottom half. Take little snapshots, as you can see, like here's me with my birthday cake. Not the most professional picture, but it's just a great picture to add to the page. The next spread is winter formal, and I absolutely loved this spread. As you can tell, there was a lot of white space in it, but with the amount of pictures, and I added these little pieces of paper. Another little tip, the yellow paper at the bottom, the strip of it, that is not a full piece of paper. What I did is I cut little tiny slivers and then I glued it behind the picture. So you're wasting less paper and it still looks great. Also, as you can see, I did these pictures as I was getting ready, like hair's done, makeup's done, completely ready. Those were just little selfies and I think they added a lot to the page as well. It kind of is documenting the steps of the entire event. Next, I have basketball. These were such fun pages to do. I did a lot of pictures because my boyfriend played basketball, so I had a lot of pictures from that. And I did little flip ups. I also made sure to add all the away games I watched on NFHS, so I put a little picture of that. And then I started with my senior pictures. These were basically just a picture page, and I just cut out all of my little pictures and put them on the page. My friends and I had a little photo shoot. I would highly recommend doing a college t-shirt photo shoot with all of your friends. We had so much fun and the pictures turned out great. Next, I have prom. We had 2 proms this year and this was the senior only prom. It was also my boyfriend's birthday, so I took pictures of that. Then I was really into the flip ups at this time, I guess, because I did another little flip up like section of just pictures when we went to the fair for my friend's birthday. We had so much fun. We took a lot of pictures and we would always say, oh, it's for the scrapbook, and so it made it really fun and it made sure we took pictures. Now we're getting into graduation type events. This graduation type event was our elementary and intermediate school walkthrough, so we got to go back through our old elementary schools and walk through with our graduation cap and gowns on. Then I have awards day and senior breakfast, so I have all of our pictures. I took a ton of pictures at awards day, so I just pasted all of those on here and I wrote a little thing down the side about, you know, what we did there. Then we had our school prom. Prom was so much fun and I absolutely loved the page for this because I added little like flower stickers and the dance's theme was like florally, like flowers. I also found this pocket and this came in handy a lot because at prom we actually had like a photo booth thing. So I got to take a lot of these pictures and I put it in the little pocket. But yeah, on this page, as you can see, I did a bunch of flip ups as well. And this made the page the majority pictures, but then I was able to write all about it underneath the pictures. I put my student government page right here. It's really the only place it really fit, like with the 2-page spread. But I did our logo right there, and then I just pasted a ton of pictures throughout the year. We did a popsicle party with the elementary school. We packed snack bags and donated them. We did a donut party with the junior high. We did candy grams. We did teacher of the month, and we did a teacher of the year thing. We also sponsored kids for Christmas. It was a great year. We got a lot of stuff done, and I was so proud of my SGA. Then we have my graduation party. As you can tell, it also helps when you kind of coordinate the color scheme of the page with maybe the outfits you're wearing or like the vibe of the pictures. I also added pictures and I did a bunch of flip ups. Next is senior Sunday. I did a bunch of pictures here and I just cut them out randomly. I really liked how this page had a lot of white space. Oddly, I like that. Now, what I would recommend also when you're buying these little mini page protectors, make sure that you don't get the ones that are all connected. That's what I accidentally did for this back thing, but I wanted to use it. I didn't want it to just go to waste. So now I have my actual graduation, and this was so much fun. I did a black background, which actually turned out a lot better. It didn't like bring the mood of the page down at all. I took a bunch of pictures. I put them all on there, family pictures and stuff like that. I did more flip ups on this page. And it was actually a 3-page spread. The first 2 were more about actual graduation, and on the last page I wrote about my graduation speech and a video I showed at graduation. Next, I have college acceptance day. This was earlier in the year before graduation and stuff, but I put pictures. We did this for SGA and everyone wore their college t-shirts. I think it just turned out really cute. Our very last project in Spanish was a demonstration speech, all in Spanish obviously, and so I ended up doing a scrapbook page, and I taught the class how to do a scrapbook page, and then I brought all the materials and we all made one, so it turned out to be just a great memory to have. This is the page I ended up making, and everyone had their own. Then I had the senior picnic page. This page was absolutely adorable. I thought it had the cutest colors, and I had a bunch of group pictures with all my friends. It's literally the same picture, just from different angles. It doesn't even matter though, it just looks cute. As you can see, this paper has like a different texture to it. I bought the packs of paper. They were about this big, and they were just packs of paper in different colors. This came in handy, and it was something I ended up loving. Highly recommend for you to buy those, especially if you're going to be using the Staples mini binder as your scrapbook. Next is my What's Happening at Hartsville High School page. This was a new show I started at the beginning of the year, and so I wanted to document every episode I did. So I did a screenshot from each episode, and then I wrote like everything I talked about in that episode on each page. My newspaper page turned out so cute. I was the editor of the newspaper, and it was my pride and joy. Like, I love that newspaper so much. So I did a picture of each of our newspaper spreads. As you can tell, like, to have a page like this small, you wouldn't be able to print out a picture this size normally. That's why you have to use Canva and then send the pictures to Walgreens. That's where I send them. It's the easiest, and I took far too many trips to Walgreens. Then I got done with all these pages. I had done, all big events. I had done the clubs, organizations, and stuff I was a part of. And I just had so many leftover pictures, like miscellaneous stuff. So I just did collages at the back. I printed out pictures in various sizes and then just pasted them all on different pages. Here's a picture of us at the fair. There's Elijah when we were filming the very first episode of What's Happening. I have pictures like in school, just random ones. We did a economics video there. Just more random pictures. The more pictures you take during the school year, the better. My last page just has some Alabama stickers and an Alabama patch, because that's where I'm going to school next year. Lastly, I did a pocket at the back where I put like newspaper clippings. I put my letter to my senior self that I wrote in 6th grade. I put a copy of my graduation speech. I put a thing that I worked the election, and I put like different letters that I had gotten throughout the year, just for various things. So overall, if I could give one piece of advice to any like upcoming seniors, it would be to make a senior scrapbook. It was so rewarding, and it was so great to look through all of the great memories. It was also great just throughout the year to have something that I was able to put down the memories in. This is not a cheap expense either. You're going to Walgreens a lot to print out pictures, but it's definitely worth it, and I'd highly recommend you to do it. If you have any questions about how I did something, make sure you comment them down below. Watch that last video that I did, and it shows like what materials I used. I used like a big cutter. I also used a tape, like a Staples tape glider, I think it is, but I have all of that in my last video. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you next time. Bye.